Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The text came in while I was brushing my teeth. Mint burning my tongue. Running late. Don't wait up. It was sent at 11:47 p.m., the kind of late that carries excuses in its pockets. I stared at the mirror and told myself the same thing she told me weeks earlier, smiling like I was silly for asking. Don't worry about him. I repeated it until it sounded like wisdom instead of a warning. The first time she said it, we were standing in the kitchen. The dishwasher hummed, and her phone buzzed on the counter between us. She flipped it face down with a practice flick. Who's that? I asked casual. Married casual. She didn't look up. Mark. From work. I shrugged. You've been texting a lot. She finally met my eyes, soft but firm. You don't need to worry about him. That sentence landed wrong. Not sharp, heavy. Like a door closing quietly. I tried to be the man who trusts. I told myself love wasn't surveillance. Still, small things began to itch. Missed calls that went straight to voicemail. Her laughter in the other room, lighter than the one she used with me. A new password on her phone, because IT updated security. The way she angled the screen away when she sat beside me on the couch. I questioned myself first. You're tired. You're jealous. You're projecting. I remembered our early years, Sunday mornings, her bare feet on cold tile, the way she used to reach for my hand in the grocery store without thinking. People don't just evaporate from marriages, I told myself. They drift. The drifting got louder. She started staying late on Thursdays. Team dinners. Deadlines. You know how it is. I nodded and reheated leftovers alone. The microwave beeping into a quiet kitchen. When she came home, she smelled like a different soap. Citrus. Bright. Not ours. One night, while she showered, her phone lit up on the nightstand. I didn't pick it up. I watched it buzz itself into silence. A name flashed. Just the letter. Intimate in its simplicity. My chest tightened. I hated that feeling, the mix of fear and hope that I'd find nothing if I looked. That I'd be wrong and relieved and ashamed. I didn't look. Not yet. The proof didn't arrive like a movie scene. It crept. A calendar invite she forgot to delete. Drink some. A receipt in her coat pocket for a bar across town, dated one of those Thursdays. A photo she posted, her reflection in a window smiling, and in the glass behind her, a man's shoulder too close to be accidental. When I asked, she didn't explode. She sighed. That hurt more. It's nothing, she said. You're reading into it. Then why hide it? I'm not hiding, she said quickly. I just didn't want to make it a thing. Make it a thing. As if things weren't already breaking. The night everything collapsed was quiet. Too quiet. She sat across from me at the table, hands wrapped around a mug gone cold. I told her I knew there was more. I told her I was scared. I told her I loved her. She swallowed. I told you not to worry about him. I laughed then, short, ugly. That's not an answer. She stared at the tabletop like it might forgive her. It didn't start the way you think, she said. I felt invisible. He listened. I didn't plan. Did you sleep with him? I asked. The pause was small. It was everything. Yes, she said. Once. Later it became twice. Then a few times. Truth arrived in installments, each one more expensive than the last. I expected rage. What I felt was vertigo. Our life, the couch, the photos, the routines tilted. Every memory rewrote itself. The night she came home glowing. The morning she rushed out early. All of it now tainted. She cried. She said she was sorry. She said it didn't mean she didn't love me. She said she'd ended it. She said she'd choose us. I listened. I saw her guilt, real and shaking. I also saw the justification slip out when she thought I wasn't looking. How lonely she'd been. How busy I was. How alive she felt. None of it put the floor back under my feet. We tried for a while. Therapy. Long talks. Careful touches. But trust doesn't regrow because someone waters it. It needs soil that hasn't been poisoned. I flinched at notifications. I read subtext into silence. Love became labor. The moment I knew it was over wasn't dramatic. We were folding laundry. She held up a shirt I'd given her years ago. Do you want this back? She asked. I realized I didn't want anything back. Not the shirt. Not the version of us that existed before that sentence in the kitchen. Don't worry about him. I told her I was leaving. She nodded like she'd been waiting. Now, months later, I still hear that sentence sometimes. It echoes as a lesson, not a wound. When someone asks you not to worry, and your body does anyway, listen. Love shouldn't require you to shrink your instincts. I didn't lose everything that day. I lost the illusion. What I gained came later. Quiet mornings, honesty with myself, and the slow, stubborn return of self-respect. That's how it ended. Not with shouting. With clarity. And the understanding that trust, once broken, doesn't shatter loudly, it fades. And when it's gone, so is everything built on it.